Hey all, it's Aurelius. In this video, you're going to learn how to set up your very own WordPress website to start selling your products and services. You'll be able to create a website just like this, where your customers can learn more about your products and services and purchase right there on your website. Specifically, we're going to cover a few things. We're going to run through how to get a domain name, get web hosting, install WordPress and a beautiful theme to go with it. Then I'm going to show you how to fully customize your website so it's ready for people to start buying your products and or services. Let's get to the video. First and foremost, if you're looking to take your business seriously, then it's wise to get web hosting. Now, web hosting isn't free. However, there are options out there where you can get free web hosting, although I do not recommend it because in most cases, there'll be ads on the bottom of your page or watermarks and things like that. And it just defeats the purpose of people, your audience and potential customers taking your business seriously, which is why I recommend getting paid web hosting. And the web host that I recommend is called Hostinger. Hostinger is not only one of the best value web hosts out there, but their servers are extremely fast. They've got a plan called Managed WordPress Hosting, which essentially means that they'll take care of your hosting environment's technical aspects. These include speed, server maintenance, security patches, and a professional WordPress support team with automatic backups and updates too. So essentially, you don't need to worry about any of that since it's called Managed WordPress Hosting. Now, with that in mind, the plan that I recommend you go with is the business plan. With the business plan, you can host up to 100 websites under one account. You get increased performance compared to the premium plan, more website storage with 200 gigabytes instead of 100 gigabytes, daily backups instead of weekly backups, and a host of other benefits that you don't get on the premium plan. Now, make sure to use the link in the description box below because once you get to this page here and add to cart, you want to use the coupon code Aurelius. Now, I'll show you how to insert that. You'll land here where you choose a period first. Of course, the more months you go with, the more savings you'll get. Fill in all the details. And once you get to the bottom here where it says have a coupon code, click that once and then enter coupon code Aurelius, which I'll spell out right here. Click apply. And you'll see the savings right here from $480 to $499 of the saving, going from 71% discount to 74% discount. So again, if you want to get this extra discount, make sure to use the link in the description as well as the coupon code Aurelius. And then follow the rest of the steps to check out. Okay, now we're up to the setup phase and we're going to set up our first website with Hostinger. The first thing you will see in the setup process is, do you want to create or migrate a website? And the great thing about Hostinger is that you can migrate an existing website or WordPress website of yours. And if you want to bring it across to Hostinger, you can do so and Hostinger will do it all for you. All you need to do is submit the migration form and then someone will take care of it all for you. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a website from scratch. So we'll go ahead and click on create and then click on next. Now, for this next step, we're going to select WordPress since this video is about how to create a WordPress website. However, they do have their own website builder if you do want to use theirs. I do have other videos on that. So if you want to look at those, look in the description box below. But we're going to choose WordPress with AI and then create with WordPress. So we'll click that once. Now we're up to the stage to create our login details. So go ahead, fill in all the details. Next, what type of website do you want to build? There's a few options here from online store all the way to an affiliate marketing website. In this case, I want to sell my products and services. So the right choice right here is online store. So we'll choose that. And this is just a preview. We'll click next. Next, it's going to ask you, how do you want to start building your online store? I'm going to choose pre-built templates. And these include ready-made websites with pre-designed pages, images, and content for easy customization and quick launch. So we'll go with that. Click next. We've got this one, a brand store. We've got Simply Nature cosmetics store. We've got this one's for a book, a site shop, skin cleanser store. Bear in mind that all of these templates can be customized anyway. So just because it's suited for this topic, it doesn't necessarily mean that your product has to be about that. So feel free to look through some of these templates. You can also preview some of them. So let's say this one here, I'll click on preview and you can see what it looks like scrolling down. Now, if you're happy with the template, all you need to do is click on use this template. We'll go with this one in this demo. Next, it's going to ask you, do you want pre-selected plugins for your online store? And I recommend that you select yes here because it includes the e-commerce plugin and the SEO plugin, a few other plugins as well that would be very handy to run your website. Okay, so we'll click on yes and click on next. Next, Hostinger has this AI content generator where you can enter your brand name and a description about it, and then it will basically create content using AI to fill out the website. But what we're going to do is completely skip this step because we want to customize our website, and that's one of the steps we're going to take. It may be good just to put as placeholders, but I would completely skip this step, so we'll click on skip. This is where you're going to choose your domain name. So in this case, I'm going to choose PCAP, and obviously the .com is not available, but we can choose something like shop.shop or one of the other domain extensions. All right, so make sure to take a bit of time here to choose your domain name because it'll be linked to your web hosting plan. All right, so once you've selected it, we're going to choose next and then click on finish registration. Next, you want to choose your data center based on your target audience's geographical location so that your server will load faster. They do have a few options here you can see right here, but we'll just stick to United States since that will be, hypothetically my main audience. We'll click on next. And now you can see the process. It's installing WordPress. All you need to do at this time is simply wait. All right, great. You've installed WordPress. What we're going to do now is configure our website. You may land on your Hostinger dashboard, and if you don't see this page, go to websites and then select your website. Then under dashboard, you can see here, admin panel. Since we've installed WordPress now, we can see that pcap.shop has been set up. Before you start configuring your website, you can actually go to preview website right here, and you can take a look at what your website currently looks like. Because we chose the template, we have pre-inserted content, as you can see. And once we click that, you'll see a page like this on WordPress. So you can see it right there under Hostinger. And now it says, welcome to WordPress. And we can set up our online store, which is one of the first steps we'll do and take. Now, if you don't see this, if you actually do need to log into your WordPress website, go ahead and do so. But for now, we'll just select set up my online store and then click on set up store. We'll click on set up, then continue. I'll just say I'm just starting my business. Give your store a name. I'll fix it up because the brand name is called PCAP. Choose your industry, clothing and accessories for me, and then click on continue. You're free to select these extra features, but for now, what I'm going to do is skip this step. All right, the next step is getting paid. Of course, you want to get paid for any sales that you make on your website. So that is this step right here. So we'll click on get paid. And then this is where you can set up your payment processes, including PayPal. We've got Amazon Pay. If you click on see more, there are a few more options right here. These are essentially different integrations as well. So if you'd like to integrate PayPal payments, simply use this radio button and then it will say installing Woo Payments. So go ahead, integrate your payment processor. You can also use Woo Payments by clicking on install Woo Payments for free right here. Once you've added your payment processor, simply continue along with the WooCommerce setup process. We've got collect sales tax and get your products shipped and grow your business. So a few other things right here. You don't have to do all of them right now. If you want to move on to the next steps, we'll go through that now. So heading back to Hostinger, then to get started, you'll see the other steps right here, including uploading your logo. And for this, all you need to do is click on that purple button where it says take me there, and then it will take you to the right area in WordPress to add your logo. So to change your logo, all you need to do is head to Header Builder. Then you see Site, Title, and Logo. And this is where you go ahead and upload your logo. And while we're here, I just want to note that you can actually configure the website and how it looks all right here. So you've got the global settings from the typography of it. You can change the different headings, the different styles, as you can see. We can change the base font, the headings, all down to some of the finer details too. So you can see the preset combination that I chose here and what it looks like throughout the rest of the pages. This one actually looks good, so I'll keep that. In terms of the colors, you can go to color and we can choose some of the global palettes right here. So instead of the green right here, we can choose style 2. And now we've got blue buttons and accents and headings instead of the green. Because WordPress is so flexible, you can go and change some of the most smallest details, including the accent colors. As you saw, we've got the different other elements like the link colors, the headings, the body text, the borders, and the surface colors. You can even go into buttons and then choosing how rounded you want your button or how you want it to look like. So instead of the solid blue background there, you can just have the outline right there. You can't see it because of the background, but let's say you want a capsule looking button. You can choose that from one of the presets. But feel free to go through some of these options to fully customize your website. A couple more important settings to configure. So if you head under settings, under general, make sure that the site title actually shows your site title. It will show on the browser title and of course right there, as you can see. A tagline is most likely not necessary, so you can leave that blank. Then going into permalinks, this should already be configured and optimized for you, but the right way, the best permalink structure to use is the post name so that it will be SEO optimized as opposed to the plain, question mark P equals 1, 2, 3. So this way your pages and posts will be more optimized as opposed to a number. But because hosting already optimizes it for WordPress, you shouldn't need to play around with this, but it's good to double check to make sure that you set the right permalinks. To help you navigate through your WordPress website, I'm going to point out a few of the important ones on the left navigation here. So anything that has to do with appearance and your themes and customization options, all are right here. So you can see appearance. Under themes, these are the current themes you've got installed, and this is the one that's active. It's the Astra theme, of course, modified. And to customize, go back to some of those other finer details that you can customize. You can simply go to customize, okay? So this is where we are at now. To change your e-commerce settings, go to WooCommerce. That is the plugin that controls the e-commerce functionality of your website. If you want to install additional plugins, go to plugins, and there's literally thousands of plugins that you can install depending on your use case. But for now, these are the current active plugins we've got installed. SEO optimization is controlled by All-in-One SEO. By clicking on All-in-One SEO, you can go here. You'll see the dashboard here, but in order to optimize the individual pages and posts that you have for search engines, you simply go to posts or pages, depending on what you want to configure. But if you're posting, let's say, blog posts, then you want to head into post. Whereas with pages, those are more static. Things like the about page, the contact page, perhaps features and benefits or pricing, things like that. But heading into pages, for instance, these are where all your pages belong, such as your home page. And that's what we're going to talk about next. Once you're in the pages section, you can head to home and you'll see indicated with front page that WordPress is using this specific page to display as the landing page. So whenever they go to your domain name, in my case, it's peakcap.shop, they'll see this specific page. Now, in order to edit this page and what content you want on it, simply click on edit. And now you see the editor, all right? So we'll exit that. And right here is where you can start editing your web page. Let's say you want to edit the header background, the first thing that they see here. You can do so. Simply look on the right of this block and you can see the background. So have your background ready. And let's say I want to use this image here as a background. Now, it may not be the best image, but I found this through unsplash.com. All right, so wait for it to upload. It's still uploading. Once uploaded, click on select. Now that the background has been updated, what we're going to do is change the heading. Obviously, white on white does not go together. So what we're going to do is first insert our heading. You can put in some copy here based on what it is, what the benefit is of your product or service. In my case, what I'm going to do is I've pasted in elevate your adventure, high performance caps for every outing. All right, so we can choose bold, which I'll do. And next, to style the specific heading here that you see, we go on and look on the right where it says style. Under title, we can change the color first of all to black, and we'll change the typography. Let's say we want to make it smaller. We can use the option right there, or we can make it bigger, like so. Now, the button right here, we can modify it specifically, making it bigger, looking here, or we can always go back to the appearance of our website as you saw, and then modify it globally so then it doesn't just change this specific button, but all the buttons on our website. So we can, for instance, increase the padding to make it bigger and there's more space there. Also changing the text or typography. So we go to typography, increasing the size right there, making it bigger too. And you'll see the other buttons have not been affected because we just modified that individual button. And what you'll do at this stage is simply go and run through the rest of your website, changing the copy. And if you want to add different blocks and areas on your website, you can go to container, and then that'll add a new container within that section, this block here, and then click on plus. And what you can do here is add certain things like headings. We can add an image gallery, a list, some images as well. If we browse all, these are all of our options right here. So there's a ton to choose from blocks to patterns as well, and also adding your own media. But let's say we want to add an image gallery. We can click on image gallery right there, and we can select our images. I've got my images all here, so I'm just going to drag and drop all my images except for the one I just inserted, so right there. And now we've got an image gallery, all right, pending, of course, the upload. And now you can see it's fully uploaded. So you can add these different blocks on your website by simply inserting a new container like so. And there's also a quicker way of adding things like buttons and images by looking on the left. We've got buttons. So let's say you want to add a call to action button right here. We can do so, and I'll just put it right there. And there it is. And now I can just modify that button and link it to wherever I'd like. There's also a thing called design library. So if we click on design library, there are some pre-made templates based on things like a hero image. That's essentially the top of the page. You've got page headers as well, and about templates right here, services list, features, and a contact form. So if you want to quickly add those elements to a certain page, you can do so. Next, one of the important things you may want to do is add your products on the homepage. And to do so, what you're going to do is perhaps use one of the existing blocks, let's say the categories, and we'll just change this to products. And this element here, we're going to get rid of by clicking on options and then clicking on delete. And now on the left, what you're going to do is click on plus and look for the right type of element that you want. So you could use the featured products section if you want to feature some featured products based on your WooCommerce products, or product lists, best-selling products. But what I've done is I've selected all products, and we can see the all products option here now that it's added to the sidebar. And what I can do is simply drag it to the container right there. And now all our products are featured here. I'll show you how to add all your products in a few minutes, but for now, that's how you add products to your homepage. Scrolling down, you'll see your SEO options, and this goes for any page and post that you have created. And this is where you can fully optimize your pages with the titles, the right page title names, and the meta descriptions and things like that, all here. At the moment, it's using placeholders, but if you want to manually override this, you simply type it all in. So I've deleted all that, and right here you can just put in, the name, and then any keywords that you want to add, performance, caps, as well as the meta description. So think about all those things and some focus key phrases. We're going to update it for now, and what we're going to do is add some products. I'll go and head back to WordPress right here to view the pages, but what we're going to do is head to products and then all products. You'll see some placeholder products. That's because we use the template and it's just using these as placeholders. But if you'd like to use one of the products that the template has created, all you need to do is just click on edit and change the title of the product right here. I'm just going to call it Peak Caps Main Cap, all right? And then we can change the name of it. So Peak Caps, and make sure it's SEO optimized so that it's the name of your product. And that's what the permalink is, essentially the URL to it. Write a description about your product, and on the right you can see the product image. So we're going to replace that, remove it first. And now we're going to set a product image. I'll just select this one right here, okay? And then select that product. And that's what it's going to use instead. On the right, you'll also see the product categories because it was based on the template. It's got these predefined categories, which we can also modify by simply going under products. You'll see categories. So if we go there, we're just going to open this up in a new tab. And there you'll see the categories. We can delete all of these or modify them, but it's probably easier just to delete all of them. And then you'll see the updated categories right there. But for now, let's click on add new category. And these are just caps, right? And I'll click on add new category. So now it's going to be in this category. Now, if you scroll a little bit down to the bottom, you'll see the product data right here. If it's a virtual downloadable, make sure you select these and the right settings will appear in the fields to add. But this is where you can add the pricing. Let's say it's $29. And then you've got inventory as well. We've got SKU and the stock availability. And these are some of the settings that you can play around with for your products. Now that we've added one product of ours, if we go back to our website, we're going to go and hover over here, go to visit website, and that's how you can go ahead and go to your website to check it out. Here's what we've got, right? So obviously not everything has been modified. I just showed you quickly how to add a few things and customize it at your own leisure, but this is what we've got. Okay, so I've got the image gallery and the products list, and I did modify one of the existing placeholder products, which has been replaced with Peak Cap's main cap. If someone clicks this, they'll head there where there's a full description about that product and its stock availability, things like that. They can add to cart. Because I didn't integrate my payment processor, it won't go through, but that would have been one of the steps that you would have taken. Once it's in the cart, what the customer can do is check out. And this is where they can go ahead, check out, fill in all the details and place their order. A few other things you definitely want to customize include some of the other pages on your website. So going to pages, all pages, and we've got things like the about page. We've got the checkout and cart pages too, which you can modify. The contact page. So going to contact, for instance, this is what the existing looks like. Same goes for any of the pages. All you need to do is click on any of the content that you see, modify the contact details. So really easy. All you need to do is save it afterwards. And by the way, if you ever get stuck in creating content such as posts in your pages, Hosting has actually got a really useful tool called AI Content Creator. You'll find it under the Hostinger logo at the top. If you don't see it, head to plugins and then you'll see Hostinger AI Assistant. Make sure that is activated. Once there, you can choose the content type, the tone of voice, the content length, and then describe what is your content about. Click on generate content, and then in seconds, the AI content creator will come up with keywords as well as a meta description and of course the actual content. All that's left to do is to hit that publish button. So go ahead, sign up to Hostinger using the link in the description box below, and don't forget the coupon code to save further. You'll be on your way to creating your first website. But hopefully I've given you a good starting ground to creating your first WordPress website for your product or service. Thanks so much for watching, and if it helped, by all means give this video a quick thumbs up, and I'm looking forward to sharing the next training with you.